What's up, guys? It's your boy Ed from YuGiOh. You already know. Today I'm sitting down doing 12 different archetypes just for you guys. We're going in depth and we're going to be explaining almost every archetype. Today's archetype is going to be Numeron, and I'm actually pretty excited about it. The archetype is, I think, personally, a little slaughtered, a little dead. There's what, 5-6 monsters for the extra deck, 1 monster for the main deck, and then 2 spell cards for the main deck, right? But besides that, I wanted to talk about an extra monster that I will be throwing into the main deck here that I kind of believe that it should be, if not already is, part of this beautiful main deck. I think the archetype's really good, and whenever we had this guy, Sexo, this deck, this engine used to be busted. People used to play it left and right, and I think it's a really fun engine, so you guys might want to check it out. Let's go ahead and get in depth with Numeron. Guys, before we continue with this video, make sure you guys go check out your playmat. They have the most amazing, beautiful sleeves. They feel amazing. They're super cool, and they can actually customize sleeves however you guys want. If you guys want to put your team logo, if you guys want to put your own original design on them, whatever you guys want to put, you guys can definitely get that done. And if you guys want to get 10% off, you guys can use Elite 10 YP to get 10% off of any purchase around the whole store. I think that these sleeves are amazing. They're beautiful, and if you guys definitely want to get your some, make sure you guys do. Link will be down in the description. Guys, you already know. Let's go. So I know this is definitely going to be a really short video, just like the True King one, but we're going to talk about Numerons now. And there's a couple of cards in here that really don't need a lot of explanation, but we're going to go ahead and talk about them. And then there's like one other extra deck monster that I don't have in here that I will show you guys on the phone. But go ahead and get into the Numeron archetype in-depth explanation. Like I said, I don't own one of these cards, and this is the number C1 Numeron Chaos Gate Sunya. I actually did used to have this card, and I actually did used to play this before. This is good whenever you can't get rid of like certain cards. You can overlay this on top of any of the other Numeron monsters, and if this card is summoned, you can banish all monsters on the field. That's it. Once per turn during your next standby phase, after this card was banished, you get special summon this banished card. Then if a Numeron network is on your field zone, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the combined attack of all banished XYZ monsters, which is actually not bad. I've only really used that like once or twice before. Most of the time you would use these to go into like this and then call it a day. So this guy's really busted. If you control no cards, so it has to be nothing on the board. A quick effect, you get to send this card from your hand or the field to the graveyard. Activate the Numeron network directly from your hand or deck. You can only use the effect of Numeron 1 once per turn. When you take damage, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, end the battle phase. So this is really good because let's say your opponent attacks for like 3k or whatever, you get to activate effect, you special summon it, you end the battle phase. Then next turn, you get to activate effect, send it to the graveyard, and then you add Numeron Network. That looks really nice. We're going to go ahead and get into it into a second. So that's Numeron. Wow. This is Planet Pathfinder. I think Planet Pathfinder is actually a really good card because you get to normal summon this card, tribute itself your cost, and then search 1 field spell from your deck to your hand, which is actually really busted. I actually use this a lot, 3 and 3, and 3 and 3 were really good for me. Numeron Network. Numeron Network is nice. During the main phase, I get to send 1 Numeron, normal spell. That means the activation conditionings to the graveyard. Yeah, whatever. I can only use the effect once per turn. So activate and then effect. So the card that would stop this a lot back in the day would be like Ghost Ogre. But not a lot of people play Ghost Ogre. Network will activate send calling. Numeron calling will then let you special summon up to 4 Numeron monsters from your extra deck, but banish them during the end phase. So what you would do is that, and then you can only special summon, you can only normal or special summon once for the rest of this turn. So it would be really nice because this guy only really requires 3. So what you would do is that you go activate the field spell, effect, send the calling, you special summon either 4, and then there was a card that said activate and draw for however many Numeron cards you have on the field. So it would be like a 1-card combo: 1, 2, send this to from the deck to the grave, So you've only used one card, then you special this, you draw 4 cards, and then you really just do this. Overlay 3, and then overlay to this guy, and that's it. Detach, negate the effects of all cards. It's literally what it is. This guy said, let me read it for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get it closer to my eyes because this is a big paragraph. When XYZ summoned, your opponent cards and effects cannot be activated. This card negates 1,000 for each card. Once per turn, quick effect, you can detach one XYZ material. Your opponent card effects cannot be activated this turn. So this was really nice because you would just summon out like four of them. You detach one, and then it's just like, okay, it's at 2k, attack or defense, whatever. But your card effects have no effects. It's really nice. So now we're going to go ahead and talk about these guys. These guys are really good because once they're on the board and the field spell's up, you get to swing. So you go field spell, send, special 4. And you get to swing once, but they cannot be destroyed by card effect. I think it's by battle and card effect. Not be destroyed by battle, sorry. At the end of damage step of this card, battle an opponent's monster, you can detach one material from this card, double the attack of all Numeron monsters you currently control. So the cool thing is that I wouldn't have to detach because I control the field spell. So I would just go swing into like my opponent's monster or whatever. Let's say his attack was 3k, right? So I would swing, I would take 2k. Effect after damage step, they all double an attack. So one has already fought. Swing, I'll take 1k because he will be at 2k now. And now my opponent is still at 3k, so I would activate the effect, double the attack. And then with 3, swing, and then my opponent finally dies because now he's at 4k. And then my opponent takes 1k off of that. And then double the attack, and then effect, and then boom, swing for 8k. Because you went from 1 to 2, to 2 to 4, and then 4 to 8. And then game if they don't have anything else. This is how the fastest way to OTK your opponent was, and this was really, really cool. I really enjoyed playing Numerons back in the day. It doesn't really require a lot of talking, a lot of like dedication. This was probably like this and do this, and then when this got banned, make this to like Avermax or then like Appaloosa and call it a day. A lot of people would lose just Appaloosa, so that's actually a thing. But let me know what you guys think. I really enjoyed doing the in-depth explanation of certain videos, so let me know what you guys think.